Hey guys, Kelly here with yet another video. This time we are going to talk about what is coming to Season 4 in terms of the Mythic Plus content, heroic content, and the normal dungeon content. So with no further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So the surprise patch didn't hit live servers yet, but we are getting intel in the form of blue posts regarding to the new season. I will summarize it all, but it basically comes to this. All dungeons from normal, heroic up to the higher echelons and Mythic Plus will be harder, but gearing in them will be way easier for people who don't like doing higher or more difficult content. There is quite some intel we got today from Blizzard, so let's get into the details here. It's gonna be most likely a fated season. We don't have the full details on that one yet. That will come in a next video. Basically the same as we got at the end of Shadowlands, so we can expect quite a few weird stuff in the form of Blizzard experimenting with new tactics, new mechanics and stuff like that. The first big change I am going to talk about is the Mythic Plus system in Season 4. In previous seasons, we had normal and heroic dungeons, and these difficulties are the only content you can queue for. But the rewards were rather low in the previous seasons, and therefore many people just skip them and go straight into Mythic Plus content or Mythic Zero content for that matter. With the changes in Season 4, the dev team is trying to resolve that issue with this new system. So, normal dungeons. This is staying the same as always. Heroic dungeons. The difficulty of these will go up to the level of the current Mythic Zero difficulty. So they will be quite a bit harder. But the good news is here, none of the mechanics known as affixes will be included in this, and there also will be no timer. So basically they are not changing, but they will be slightly harder to do, but the rewards will be way higher. I will talk about the item levels and what you can expect from them as well later on in the video. And you will still be able to queue for them solo just as before. So this will give you more access, will give you access to much more higher item level gear as before. So again, more details about that later in the video. Mythic dungeons will be a lot harder as well, since the dev team is scaling up the difficulty quite a lot. So an M0, M+0, will have the difficulty of an M+10 in Season 3, but there will be no affixes or timers in this mode, but still rewards a very good gear. Again, details later in the video. Mythic Plus. In the new season, they scaled the difficulty about 10 item levels higher than in Season 3. For example, a +2 will be as hard as approximately a +10. So completing all the dungeons on a +5 will give you the same rating as a +15 in the current Season 3. Blizzard has provided us a progression table as well in the blue posts, so you can see that normal and heroic stays the same. Mythic Zero move to where Mythic Plus is currently in Season 3, and then it continues as normal, scaling up when you time it or not time it. This system will make it a way more smoother system, since everything will be squished a bit closer to each other. And the best thing is that the lower echelons of this progression table will be way more used by players to gear up. But the important thing here is that you have to understand that the top tier keys around +20 will not change as much as the lower keys. It's all about making the lower echelons harder but more rewarding. That's the idea from the dev team, basically. So when it comes to item levels and better gear, we are being treated really well, guys, by Blizzard, since the rewards are pretty high. And this is very good news for people who want to play with alts and gear into a decent item level to go into the new expansion. So let's talk a bit about the item levels and what you need to do for it. As you can see here, the item level for heroic dungeons is going up quite a bit here. Keep in mind, you can run these as much as you like without having to worry about a weekly lockout and not having to worry with affixes, timers, and what more. This will make this really fast and easy-ish, sort of easiest content to gear up in. Yeah, I can already hear you yelling out, "Alt, here we come!" Another very big item level jump will come from the weekly vault. As you can see, the heroic reward will reward you with 489 gear from the vault, which is the highest you can get in current season 3. And then it just goes up all the way to 522 in the vault. The chests and Mythic Plus will reward you like this. A +2 will give you 496 gear, +3 and 4 will give you 499 gear, and so on, all the way up to 509 from the chests within any given dungeon, and 522 from the vault. So a quick summarize to gear up. On alts or as a casual player that doesn't do keys, you can gear up to 489 in heroic dungeons with the vault system on a weekly basis. As a higher content runner, you can gear up all the way to 522 with the weekly vault system. You already figured out most likely that the new season will be a golden age for alts and yes for mains as well, since we will be able to go into the new expansion pretty decently geared, what makes the leveling process way more easy. So let's talk about how to gear up all that nice gear you will get. The system stays very similar to Season 3, guys, so don't panic here. You will still need flight stones and crests, but, and this is a big but, whelpling crests will no longer be available from the Mythic Plus dungeons. Players will earn 10 Drake crests on successfully completing a Mythic 0 dungeon. Worm crests will be available in Mythic Plus up to Mythic Plus 5 in the same quantity as before, so as in Season 3. And aspects will drop from +6 and higher as well in the same quantity as before. So this is all what we know so far for the upcoming Mythic Plus season and the changes to the normal dungeons. I hope you like this guide, guys. It's the first time I do this. And if I see you guys like this, I will keep making these. Don't want to miss out, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye. See you in the next video.